here. Joe Rogan, Instagram. I love this Instagram app. This is a good one. Joe Rogan Experience. Or Joe Rogan. Here it is.
I texted it to you.
Great. That's perfect. I'm going to open this up because we got a big announcement, and this is like the funniest thing I've ever heard. The coolest thing that I've ever heard. This is the post. Oh, you can see my comment on it here because it's my page. There's my comment, by the way. I saw Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz always tries to get the first comment on Rogan.
Your ass.
So I just did what Andrew Schultz does, and I did the same exact comment. 750 likes, which is low, by the way, for Schultz. And here's mine. Fire. I did the same exact damn thing as Andrew Schultz. Nothing. 0 likes. This is how I found out I was restricted. But here's the post. Joe Rogan, burn the boats, live on Netflix, Saturday, August 3rd.
That's this Saturday.
So, is it this Saturday?
It's in like 4 days.
Oh, my God. Okay, we're so excited about this. Put on some background music. Let's do a celebratory drink here. I don't think people understand how fucking amazing this is going to be. Joe Rogan hasn't done a special in, 5-6 years? You know, the last time Joe did a special, maybe it's doing your thing where it's playing on yours.
Oh.
I
got it.
Great. Joe Rogan, the last time he did a special was like 5 or 6 years ago. It was before the Spotify $200 million deal times 2. It was before the horse-paced COVID stuff. Joe Rogan was nowhere near as big as he is now, nowhere near as on everyone's radar as he is now the last time he put out a special. So now Rogan's putting out a new special, and if it was just uploaded to Netflix like normal, that would be exciting enough. But look at this. Because Dave Chappelle did it, so is Rogan. Saturday, August 3rd, I'm doing a live comedy special on Netflix at 10 p.m. East Coast time. I'm very pumped for this, and I hope you enjoy it. We're very pumped as well. Let's take a drink because this is going to be amazing.
You want a party song? Sorry, I meant background music.
Yes. Party time to the best night of our lives.
Every second, minute, hour, I am good at what I do. Bitch, I'm better than you. I got brains, I got body. Those parts a little naughty. I am good at what
Do we know how incredible this could be? Does Joe understand that probably more people are rooting for him to fail than rooting for him to do well? He's probably got more hatresses out there than he does fans. I mean, even his own fans have turned into pretty big haters. I mean, if you go look into any Rogan comment section, even on the Comedy Mothership's Instagram page, whenever they put Joe on there, you've got hundreds of people talking about how bad he is at comedy, how he's really not a comedian. Is he going to bust out the stool, they ask. So for Joe, who hasn't done a special in 5 or 6 years, he's never released a special with the crowd of eyes that he's got on him now, for him to not only do that, but to do it live with everybody hoping he messes up. You know, sure, you've got the libs, but you've also got just a lot of people, and especially a lot of comedy fans. They are not cool with this whole Austin shit. They're not excited about the Rogan sphere.
But even the biggest Austin fan, comedy guy, joke world guy is still like, oh, I love Rogan's podcast, but I don't know if he's that good at stand-up. Huh?
So to put himself on that
is
stage...
Is there a guy out there who's like Joe Rogan's comedy rules?
Yeah, maybe a guy like me is saying this
actually,
is a joke.
I do have one coming up after.
Okay. Yeah. Here's what's so exciting about this to me. You know, Joe Rogan's last specials, they weren't very well liked. But again, I don't think he had as many eyes on him. He's coming in at a time where we've all been waiting to hear what the king has to say. So it better be really good. he also, here's a big part of it. He's only performed, think about it, since COVID, he's only performed for his own crowd. He's really only performed at the Mothership. He hasn't been doing any touring. This whole new special was created at the Mothership, where everyone's coming to see him. And the excitement for him, it's just a bunch of joke worlds, a bunch of sharp kids, the joke world type kid, especially at the Joe Rogan events at the Mothership. To get into one of those, you've got to be a pretty diehard Rogan fan. So he's been practicing comedy in front of a crowd that, not really giving the proper feedback. Let's think about the other comedians who have been nurturing Joe's comedy. Even a guy like Sam Morril, he's out, he's at the clubs, he gets off stage and Mark Norman goes, oh, you could have done that a little bit. They're getting this nurturement. They're getting these notes from everybody and they're talking. Who's Joe Rogan getting his notes from now? David Lucas? When Joe Rogan gets off stage and goes back to that green room, it's just Tony Hinchcliffe and David Lucas going, that was excellent. Couldn't have been any better. So he's really never been challenged. What kind of special is going to come out of this? This could be I
really want to watch it live.
Amazing. Well, we're not doing that, so don't bring that up. But we will open our chat room up on August 3rd, so we'll be there with you.
I know it always seems exciting to do something live, but it ends up sucking because you have to talk over it.
Well, you can't. Yeah, we can't talk over it. I want to hear every drip. I want to be focused. I want to be watching this. A live watch, it's not as fun as you think because I can't do any talking because he's talking. You can't pause because it's live. So it's definitely better to be in a chat discussing
but
it
we'll
than
have a
to
chat
be
party
talking.
Saturday
Here's what
night.
the live watch would look like. I mean, that's all it would be. It sounds much more exciting on paper than it would actually be. But
You're right.
August 3rd, meet us in our chat room at 10 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to watch Joe Rogan's first comedy special in 6 years live.
Why would he do it
so
live?
excited. Now, if this goes the way that I want it to go, this could really start. It could start something new. It could start the end of all of this. It could be the beginning of the end of all this crap. I talk to people from Austin all the time. Comics from Austin reach out to me. Now, of course, if you're in Joe Rogan's inner circle, you got nothing but nice things to say. But 3,000 comedians all moved to Austin. Only about 10 of them are getting put up at the Mothership. So the other 3,000 are starting to come up with crap like, well, what's so good about the Mothership anyway? Yeah, well, Tony's an asshole anyway. Well, Joe Rogan's not good at comedy anyway. So, yeah, you've told every comic in the world, every bad comic in the world. I mean, think about the type of comic you'd have to be to drop everything and move from your big city to Austin. You're kind of not the best. They're not sending their best, okay? So the people who do move, they're the most desperate. They're the most foolish. They're the most thirsty. They're the most, ripe. Not ripe, rotten. They're the newest. And you've got a full city. Now you've got a city of, 3,000 to 5,000 open mic level crackheads all wanting to go up with the Mothership because that's really the only way that anything's going to happen for them out there. And they're getting told no because there's not enough room. So it's developing. It's starting. The hatred for Tony and Rogan. You should see the messages I get. Mike, please keep me anon because Tony runs this city. Mike, I swear, every waitress in town despises Tony. Every comedian despises him. Him and Rogan, their comedy couldn't be worse. It's awful. It's hack. Tony's up there talking about the sub. Here, I've got one here. And I keep these people's names private because really, they will get banned. Tony makes sure you don't go up. He's running that city right now. But
talk about the deep state.
You're talking about the deep state. How long could he run? You can't run. You can't manage as Tony Hinchcliffe, you can't manage 5,000 psychotic, crackhead, meth-abusing comedians. You're not going to be able to manage that. And if you don't give them all what you're giving David Lucas and what is his name? Sam
Rocket.
Casey Rocket.
Cam.
Well, they're going to start resenting you. And that's what's starting right now. And then Rogan's special is going to come up. If this thing isn't really good, this is going to be embarrassing for Rogan. Rogan doesn't take being made fun of very well. Rogan's not going to like it when everybody is live tweeting about how bad he is. Rogan isn't going to like it when everybody's commenting. Because really, if you thought that Tom Brady roast was big, I think this is going to be bigger. I think
everybody is just going to want to see.
Is going to want to see. And I think a lot of people are going to want to see live. I think there's, everybody who knows the name Joe Rogan is going to want to come out to see. Okay, let's see, because this guy, he's been talking about. So we're very excited about that. Let me show you this. There was a email I got or a message I got from a guy who saw Tony live. Jules, do you see that there?
Yeah, put it next up.
Okay, let me read this to you. We've been dying to find out what Tony Hinchcliffe's stand-up is like. He released a Netflix special that he sold to Netflix years ago. It was called One Shot. And the idea, it was going to be like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie where it's just one camera, one shot following Tony. Well, he spent most of the time on this concept and not a lot of time on the comedy, and it was really bad. I mean, it was a disgrace. It was really bad, so bad that Netflix didn't renew it. It was only up for a few months, maybe 6 months total. Netflix took it off. They removed it from their archive, from their catalog. It's not up anymore. And you go, Mike, where could we see it? Well, you're going to have to find what's called a torrent, because Tony was so ashamed of this special, and this could have been 7-8 years ago already. He hasn't had a special since
2018.
Tony wiped this thing off the internet, and Tony, I don't think you could find a clip of him doing stand-up anywhere. We saw his
16,
roast.
Sorry.
We saw his roast. 2016 is the last time Tony did.
That was One Shot.
So I've been dying to figure out what Tony's stand-up is, because I've heard he's talking about the submarine, the submersible still
Someone
in his act.
sent me one saying that he just talks about Amy Schumer for like 20
Schumer.
minutes.
I mean,
unconfirmed, but I believe it.
Here's one. Look at this. Saw Tony last night, Mike. 20-minute set. Half of it was him asking the audience if they saw the roast, boasting about Netflix numbers, and then proceeded to repeat the hits from it. Okay, so he was doing his roast jokes from Netflix. Then he did a little crowd work and jokes I've seen him do since he moved here in 2020. Wow. So that's, if anyone's seen Tony Hinchcliffe, send in your report. Keep it as honest as possible. I'll keep reading these since we have no tape. They make you lock up your phones. But it's happening. People are starting to turn on Austin. And what's that city going to do? Remember, this isn't New York. It's not LA where the tourists flock to come there every night. They're not staying up till 5 a.m. every night. What's going to happen when there's too much comedy for the people of Austin? I mean, it's just, you can't, they're going to get sick of it eventually. So we might have something good cooking. With that,
we for sure got to do like a drinking game or something for Saturday.
We'll come up with
a
some
bingo.
stuff.
I'm sure the BBG will come up with great ideas.
Okay, so how about that? And when is that? That's coming up in
this
how many
Saturday.
days? How many days is that?
5.
1,
2, 3, 4.
So be here August 3rd at redbarradio.tv. 10 p.m.
And
we'll
live is crazy. Like, even it was Chris Rock who did his live, not Dave Chappelle. And remember, he messed up his big Will and Jada joke in front of everybody, and he had to like restart live. So if even he was that nervous, Joe's got to be sweating.
We got a new Austin video here. We'll play for you. This is from Crack Amico. Make sure to go give Crack Amico a view. Okay, and I'll play his song to wrap up our little talk about Austin that we just did here, and we'll take a little smoke. We'll We'll hang out. We'll groove to the tune. I'm featured in this video. It's called Crack Amico Arena Hack Austin Diss. We're sitting at 22K views. Okay, not so bad. Here it is, Crack Amico. He's that rapper from Legion of Skanks. Very nice guy, and I am featured in this video, which was very cute. Very nice. Here it is. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're good. I was playing sync. So here's Joe Rogan at the opening. Here it is. Enjoy.
We're running towards a cliff. Stop, everybody stop.
There's Tony. Oh, wait. I got to learn that, though. Tony does this. Every time Tony goes on stage, he goes...
No, you're doing it too spastic. You definitely got to stay more still. Yeah, that's closer.
Is that from wrestling or something? What's this from? I hate that. Ooh, we're going to see more of that coming up later. And here's Joe going, you got your big old ass in these jeans.
Ooh, we have to listen to that.
We'll do that after this.
We're running towards a cliff. Stop, everybody stop.
Ooh, when he does that.
Brakes.
Guys! I want us to make it! There's a cliff! Liberal! We don't fuck with Rogan. We don't fuck with Tony. We don't fuck with none of y'all. You all a bunch of phonies. You'll never be New York, not even LA. Just a gang of wannabes.
There's a part, I'll tell you the part of it.
Say, hey. Why would you live in a town called Austin? Why would you live in a town called Austin? Why would you live in a place where everybody's fucking gay? Why would you live in a town called Austin?
This is gonna be in your head.
Austin, why would you live in a place where everybody fucking gay? Hey, little Joe, you a 5-foot faggot. Hope you get beat in the head like Saget. Put down a tinfoil hat, now you best friends with RFK. Begging you to keep her at the gates, that sad hack. Motherfucker sticking to your ass like a magnet. A bad to the money on you, bring it to the table of the mothership. Don't play, thinking you smart. Joe, you a fool. Think you a craftsman, bitch, you a tool. I know that Vitamin C is a thief, but I never saw him hump a stool. Cold plunge into this crack water. You can't hide me away like your black daughter. Boy, you think you embarrassed? Imagine how it felt for her to be raised by a hack father. We don't fuck with Rogan. We don't fuck with Tony. We don't fuck with none of y'all. You all a bunch of phonies. You'll never be New York, not even LA. Just a gang of wannabes that made me wanna say, hey. Why would you live in a town called Austin? Why would you move to a town called Austin?
Oh, you're no!
I'm about to spill the beans on these motherfuckers. They don't even know. They gave me a chance, you know what I mean? They gave a hungry wolf a chance showing what
Crack
I can
Amico.
do.
Oh!
It's that golden phony, I'm a motherfucking genius.
What is this?
They thought I was Gilbert, how I'm selling out arenas. The roast game god, I'm the motherfucking meanest. If I'm not on stage, then I'm sucking on a pussy. Young rabble rouser, I'm a killer, so don't push me. I got an Asian and I call him for some sookie. That open micer sass me, I'ma smack him on his tushy. Best not be crowd surfing, Robby good when you're a rookie. Bitch, better get the fuck up on my verse, you a bozo. Start him to your head and you gon' blow it like you Romo. Heard you into wrestling, so the crack gon' cut a promo. You see a bitch, you dodge a Yoshinobu, Yama homo. That's a no-no, I'm in Gomo, watch me bang bang. We all embarrassed by the way you try to claim shame. Let's tell the truth, that man is shamed, y'all in the same gang. Cause you the cheek in his armor, you a paying dang. I'm out for a milli, I'm beating you bitches like Bobby Brown, what a strange thing. Jeff Gordon when the mic recording, when you leading the pack, never change lanes. I pop it like Copperfield, I see a woman like Akash, I'm a Copperfield. I'd rather be broke for the rest of my life than be dressing up like I was Dr. Phil. Adam Ray, sad and gay, more of an actor than Hathaway. Using stand-up as a pathway, I honestly hope that you pass away. Matt and Shane, I still love you, it's a miracle you're not gay. Y'all need to bring your asses back before it's too late. This retard, not a motherfucking genius. If he not on stage, then he's sucking on a penis. Joey, you a hack, I give a fuck about arenas. Tony, you a hack, I give a fuck about arenas.
Stop, everybody.
Look at that guy. Big old ass in these jeans. That's nice. I like that one. That one's good. I like that one.
I like his little vest.
Crack.
That was my favorite part.
Whoa. Crack Amico. Okay. Named after Zach Amico, who, by the way, has never issued an apology to Redbar. I love that part. Why would you live in a town called Austin? Why would you live in a town called Austin? Why would you live in a town called... is that what would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? I don't know. Let's hang him. Is that what that's from?
It's a nice sample.
I like that. Why would you? That's something like I would say. That's something. See, I like stuff in songs that's cute like that. Why would you live in a town called Austin? It's like, I don't know. Why not? Not that crazy. I love the song. Hopefully that offends them. I don't know if that'll offend them. It offended Bert when Crack Amico did a song about Bert. Do we have any tape of Bert talking about that? Because he recently
we already
did.
showed it, remember?
We did?
Oh,
okay. He talked about it again. Bert Kreischer, he said that he can't go online anymore. He can't read comments anymore. If anyone has that little clip, let us know.
To be quite honest, I sort of started tuning out Bert and Tom stuff because it's like the other guys seem to have it more than covered.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough to follow anyone these days because everywhere you look is boom, boom, boom. Somebody being exposed.
Can't come out
somebody
here to
being
start talking about Bert and Tom again after everybody's been talking about them every fucking day.
Whoa! Why would you live in a town called?
But before I was saying, Joe Rogan has no true fans of his comedy.
Joe Rogan has no few real fans of his comedy.
But we did find one yesterday. I put it next up.
Okay. Let's see this. We did find one. That's right. Oh, my God.
I love this.
This is good. So, you guys know Steel Toe, right? Steel Toe. What's the new updates with Steel Toe? By the way, Aaron Imholte from Steel Toe. Listen to this. Here's the updates. And if you want the real updates, go to Melton. Although I heard Melton was talking gnarly about these things. I don't know why Melton keeps doing this to us. It would just be so much easier for Melton if he just only said nice things about Redbar.
But hasn't he been hearing us compliment
him? Listen, I'm not going to go low when they go low.
If we were to go low, we would be like, oh my God, Melton is sitting here talking about how we copy him while he has a framed picture of Kevin Brennan behind him, just like the framed picture of Melton Mike had on his desk during Melton Watch, which is pretty crazy.
It's pretty cool.
But I would never do that because we go high.
Remember that during Melton Watch, I printed out a photo of him with some big fat maracas. And he looked, remember that? I would have it on my desk here, an 8x10 framed photo. I'm the king of printing out 8x10s of people and signing their autograph to me. In fact, if you ever have the luxury of coming to my beautiful home, you'll see in one of our many hallways, hallway too big, bitch too bad. You'll see many framed. So we have like lots of art on the wall. And then I have what I call bogey signed photos, but not too many of them. Enough. So I'll have like one of Joe Biden and it's made out to me. And it's like, thank you, brother, for everything that you've done, brother. I can't wait to hang, brother. Joe Biden. And people come by, they go, what's this? I go, oh, yeah, that's from Joe Biden. And it's better than artwork from IKEA at the very end. I mean, it's interesting. So I had this picture when I was doing Melton Watch, which I regret. I mean, I had this big fat photo of him and it was signed. I signed it and I kept it there. We tune in to Melton,
a clip of Melton.
To a clip of Melton claiming that I copied everything from him. And then we see on his wall a framed photo of his enemy, Kevin Brennan, with the signature. It's like,
I think it was even the same frame.
The same frame. And it, I don't know. I got to say this. There's some people, you ever heard of this thing where you like kidnap somebody and then they become in love with the kidnapper? Stockholm syndrome. People claim that this could have happened to the man. Why would you live in a town called Vegas? I like Melton, and I keep telling him, I don't know why this doesn't make him so happy. If I were Melton, and you got Mike Redbar, one of the hottest names in the game, going around going, Melton rules, I like Melton, tune into Melton, I would go, hey, that's pretty fucking cool.
We refuse to talk about a ton of Steel Toe stuff out of respect
to Melton.
We
We carve so many things out from Melton. We respect Melton so much. It's just, you would think he'd show some respect back. Get Melton to like us. $300.
Number one Josh Denny fan, who I know is always on the scene getting all the scoops, says Melton is doing a thing where he sends himself fake Redbar troll super chats so he can shit on Mike.
You know, he's trying to...
That's an accusation.
Here's an accusation that I've heard from people. He's trying to sell this super tip system that he does, okay, so that, you know, super chats... YouTube Super Chat takes 30%. So that's a lot of your money. He invented something called Super Tips that he does, that he runs himself. And he gets a lot of anonymous, people say he gets a lot of these anonymous Super Tips showing $1,200, $2,000, because they say that, I don't believe this, but they say that he's trying to just promote Super Chat or Super Tips so that, you know, other podcasts who are these, the Taxman, other podcasts who are these podcasts might start using super tips, and then he starts getting, I don't know, but yeah, is he doing a couple himself the night before so that it looks like this is an active system that's going to earn you a lot of money so that he could pitch this to other, I don't know. I want him making a ton of cash.
Look, someone says, I've become a fan of Melton thanks to Redbar, but he just lost another fan today. It's like, you can watch. We just want him to like us.
My goal for this, see, it would be too easy to pick on Melton. Anybody could pick on Melton. That is, for me, is not a challenge. Drake.
The fool of your dreams for me is really not a challenge.
The fool of your dreams for me is really not a challenge. Drake. I am going the opposite direction. I want Melton. My goal is to get Melton to like me. If you could get Melton to like me, $300. This isn't a setup, so he's probably very worried that there's some joke here where we are not setting him up. And you know what? A lot of my victims, and I consider Melton one of my victims, a lot of my victims realize, we'll show you this here, pull up the Mersh clip, Redbar and the Wild Mersh. Mersh was technically...
But don't forget about that other...
Of course. Mersh was technically one of my victims, right? A lot of my victims, after, you know, years have passed and they're fighting with 100 other guys, they go back and they think about the time that they were victimized by this Mike Redbar. They go, oh, that wasn't so bad. Mike is actually fair. Yeah, he's going to make fun of me, but he doesn't do all that sneaky deaky behind the scenes stuff. Mike's actually pretty cool. I'll show you an example coming up. But first, let's get back to Steel Toe. And I'll say this again. If you want the updates on Steel Toe, go to Melton. He's doing it every day. And Melton,
there's been so many. Keanu and Gino came out against him and told all these secrets. Yeah. He's been sending revenge porn pics.
The latest is Aaron Imholte of Steel Toe, the swingers, the people who got arrested. You know, his wife left him for Nick Raquetta Law. Raquetta Law, by the way, opened up a new channel, a much nicer channel. I don't like Raquetta Law, but what I do like is his new channel, Raquetta Love. Because he's a lover. Aaron Imholte is this is true, he's being investigated by the Kissimmee St. Cloud police for sending nude pictures, revenge porn, of Nick Raquetta's wife, who he swapped with. He sent pictures of her naked to Gino Bisconte, this Flat Broke Gino. And they discussed her nudes on the air. And they talked about her breasts, fully nude. And now the police are involved. The Raquettas apparently have reported him to the police, illegal. And now the police are investigating Aaron. So Aaron might be behind bar. No.
Yeah, I said the word.
Behind bar. So this is really great. A lot of our fools are going away. But look at this. So we're asking, who's a fan of Joe Rogan, because even Joe Rogan's fans, when you go to his YouTube page, when you go to the mothership, when you go to that Instagram, people are making fun of Rogan's stand-up all the time, even his good fans. So we asked, is there anyone that's actually a fan of Rogan's comedy? You know, this is funny. This is like, is there anyone out there who's like a fan of Biden? Me? Yes. Funny, right? It's funny to be a fan of somebody who no one's a fan of. Well, we found one. And it's Aaron Imholte. Sorry about all the bombs.
More about that.
Let's go to 1615. Oh, why would you move to a town called Austin? Why do I move to a town called... Oh, my Redbar rewind ain't working.
It'll be back.
Well,
Exactly.
he messaged me about something about, oh no. My Redbar rewind isn't working. What do I do? It's not working, though. Uh-oh.
Restart the browser.
I probably do have to restart the browser. Probably do have to restart the browser. Probably do the restart. But for right now, I'll use my own eyes and ears. And I'm going to go to 1615. I got the clip of your dreams for you guys here that I thought was funny. You know, who am I? What the hell do I know about anything funny? We're going to go to 1615, okay, guys? And you're going to hear something real funny. And this is all Jules. Jules found this. If you're mad,
Yeah.
First of all, look at Aaron Imholte. I'm not kidding. Somebody made fun of him in his chat. They go, "Where'd you get that shirt, Bad Will?" And he said, I actually did get it at Goodwill. It's this golf shirt, this heinous golf shirt. He shops at Goodwill. Pating. Haktua. Okay, 1614. You want to hear this? Listen to this. And look what he's done to his bangs. Look at his bangs today. You ever seen anything like that? I might start wearing my bangs down. Really, I need to youngen up. I deserve it.
You look so young and cute when your hair is
You guys should see when my hair is down, which during the day I wear my hair down. I look so cute. You guys got to see me. Would you like to see me on the next show wear my hair down? No gel, no LA looks.
Please.
Would you guys like that?
He has hair dysmorphia. When he lets it down all Boy Meets World style, it couldn't be cuter. He looks like John Mulaney from Everybody's in L.A.
I have tit dysmorphia. About my boobs.
But he refuses to see it.
Okay, watch this. Does anyone like Joe Rogan's stand-up? We found the one guy. I can't believe it's Aaron Imholte. Watch this.
About this. It's almost like you're running a household on
You're
your
not
own.
going to believe
Oh
it.
my God, it's great. I want to go to Josh Denny #1 fans video he sent. It's a cracked.
Shout outs.
It's Crack-a-Miko, or Crack-a-Miko. I'm sorry, and it's.
Oh wow! So this is amazing. So #1 Josh Denny fan who is here today, right?
Love him.
You're not actually a Steel Toe or Josh Denny fan, right?
#1 Josh Denny fan is literally everywhere. Every single show
He is.
I'm
He's
watching,
everywhere.
he's there commenting.
So #1 Josh Denny fan, which is a username, he submitted that Crack-a-Miko video that I just played you to Aaron Imholte. Now, Aaron Imholte doesn't like playing clips unless they're from, oh, by the way, this is for Melton. Aaron Imholte, and this is for you, Melton. This is a gift I'm giving to Melton. Aaron doesn't like playing clips unless they're from his hacky FM radio morning prep service that he uses.
Wow.
Has this ever been uncovered? All of Aaron's topics, if you find, I don't know which prep service he uses, but hacky morning radio shows, at least back in the day, they would sign up. You know, they'd be on 5 days a week, 5 in the morning. They didn't have time to do any actual show prep. So they would sign up. You would pay a monthly or a yearly fee for what's called a prep service. One of the popular ones back then was called Prep Burger. And they give you all the topics of the day along with videos. Now, I caught him using this. He's always playing like local news stories and funny news clips. And I'm going, he ain't sitting around doing prep to find these clips. And then I realized, wait. Every time he plays one of these funny news clips, it's the same video player.
Not YouTube.
He's not going to YouTube. He's not going here and there. It's always the same video player. It's the video player that the prep service uses. So, Melton, I give you this gift. All of Aaron Imholte's Steel Toes content is from a prep service. It doesn't get hackier than that. Whenever he gets sent a clip, he doesn't really play any clips outside. You'll see he doesn't even want to let this clip breathe. It's number one Josh Denny fan sending him the same video that I just played you from Crack-A-Miko.
It's Crack-A-Miko, or Crack-A-Miko, I'm sorry. And it's he's shitting on Austin comics. I'm not going to play the whole 320, but we'll play some of this. By the way, when people shit on Joe Rogan, no offense, I think it's kind of gay and easy.
Okay.
It's like Joe Rogan has just effortlessly built the biggest broadcast in the world.
Yeah.
Or in the country, at least. He's been an MMA commentator. He's been in TV shows, sold out stand-up shows. There's literally no, I love Shane Gillis. I think he's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally no difference between how
guys,
good
for those of you
Joe
guys
Rogan.
out there, for those of you out there, they're like, I hate all the comedians, but I like Shane. So does he. You want to like what he likes? I'm telling you, the Shane is no better than any of the other those guys. I don't know how that gets to you. You see, you think he's like a cool everyday guy. You want a cool everyday guy? Look no further. You don't need
It's because
Gillis.
he's not obnoxious like the rest of them are.
But believe me, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Are you sitting there dying? Are you dying? If you're dying, then you're a kid. You're a little kid. You like little kid cracks. I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you here. Theo Vaughn, no good. Shane Gillis, no good. Ben from Lemon Party, good.
Coming up soon.
Coming up.
Wait,
Okay.
go back 5 seconds because
Yeah.
the whole sentence rules.
Here we are.
Sold out stand-up shows. There's literally no, I love Shane Gillis. I think he's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally no difference between how good Joe Rogan is and how good Shane Gillis is. Yet, people who want to be hip are like, Shane Gillis is the fucking man. Joe Rogan fucking sucks, dude. No, they're both really good.
Yeah.
Wow! There it is. I've
that.
never heard anyone say Joe Rogan's really good. That was the first guy. I'm so glad that it's a guy we know. All right, I wanted to show this. What was I saying I wanted to show
Mersh
next?
thing.
Yes, so look at this. And this is what Melton's going through right now. Well, actually, this is what Melton should be going through right now. My old victims, they look back upon our time with Redbar. They go, oh, that wasn't so bad. Because I'm fair. I'm nice. Yeah, you're going to get a couple cracks thrown your way, a couple accusations. But at the end of the day, it's much nicer to be in battle with Redbar than it is some of these other guys. You know what I'm talking about here. So we've got this clip to show you what I'm talking about here. Is it in next up?
Yeah.
It is. Oh, yeah. So look at this. Mersh. This is this guy Mersh from Nightwave Radio, who, he's gone on some terrible rants about me. He hates me. I'm Jewish. I'm this. He hates me. But then we caught him here. Mersh remembers his favorite Redbar moment. And I thought this was so cute, and I'm not dissing him. This is what Melton should be doing about me right now instead of the crap he's pulling. So here's Mersh, and he's watching Cumia. I want to show you this. You guys remember Mersh. And there's his cat. Yes, he likes cats. Give him a break. And he's in Florida. Give it a rest. Listen to this.
Yeah,
This is so cute to
obviously.
me.
Satriali's. Yeah. Fucking the studio across the street was Satriali's, and then they had the Bada Bing across the street.
But, like I said, I hate the business end.
Jim Enward said, oh, shit, that means Gavin owns the Redbar shows from the compound. That's really funny. That is actually kind of funny.
I'll tell you what he's talking about. So remember when before Gavin met the Proud Boys or created the Proud Boys, he reached out to me, said, I'm going to be out of town. I need somebody to fill in and host my show. You seem like the only person for the job. And I go, oh, my God, what an opportunity. This is when I thought, oh, wow, the guy from Vice Magazine. I flew down to New York City. I went to the Compound Media Studios where Gavin was on, and I filled in for Gavin McInnes. That's what he's talking about here. And now, since Compound has merged with the Gavin McInnes shows, I guess they've posted my episodes on this, on Gavin's Censored.tv, 2 episodes of me as the host of the Gavin McInnes show from the Compound Studio. So people think they're getting a kick out of that. And so is Mersh. Here it is.
From the Compound. That's really funny.
That's really funny.
That is actually kind of funny. Which, honestly, if he had any balls, he would chop those up into funny clips and release them. Funny clips? Because the Mike David Compound Media arc was, without a doubt, one of the funniest. Like, it was so funny. That was Mike David at his absolute best.
Wow.
I know everybody loves him now, and he's still a very funny guy, but...
Well, thank you. I know everybody loves him now, and he's still a very fun... This is supposed to be an enemy. See, Melton, you could take some tips from this. This is how you treat an old enemy who was always fair. A fair and balanced old enemy. You don't start sitting there and making up copes and cricks, trying to bring the man down. You sit there and you remember the good times, like Mersh. Listen,
because being attacked by Redbar is pretty nice.
It's pretty nice compared to what it could be.
Most guys.
It's pretty nice, and you should look back on it as phew instead of ew.
Bro, it's been a long time since Mike's had like a fucking... Dude, him literally getting hired at Compound just to be a piece of shit was one of the funniest.
Cheers.
That was such a hilarious story arc. He literally got on a Compound and then just did everything he could to be the most hated person there, and just to see how long they'd keep him.
Would you eat one of Mersh's boogers and or loogies?
Does he make he produces a...
I can hear some.
Yeah, I would eat.
They sound good, though.
Digging
salty.
For gold, eating for gold, they say. Sure.
Bit. He was just shitting on all the other shows. Like, that was fucking... Who was that guy that he was ripping on? Who was the comedian that had the show? And he's like, yeah, on this show, we're going to be talking about everything. We're going to be talking about cars, burgers, broads. It's like one of those. It's like, God,
look how happy he is remembering Mike. Look how happy he is. And this is how it should be. It's like when Norm died, you go around the room and you talk about all the great things. So people remember me in such a nice way. That's how I want it.
Why don't you take a puff with him and cheers?
Yeah, cheers. Dink it and sink it. Rattling.
Mike Fenoya, that was the guy. It was literally his first day on Compound, and he's like, this guy stinks. He's stressing out Keith the cop.
Christ.
God, that was beer, cigars, football, steaks.
Look how happy he is thinking of me.
That sounds like a terrible conversation. That was a great Mike. Mike David really fucking put a curse on that place. It's never been the same.
Thank you.
Fuck, that was good shit. Him doing that. What else? The Bill Show. Okay, the funniest thing Mike David ever did, in my opinion. I'm sure everybody has their own favorite. Besides the Compound thing, one of the things that actually one day I was watching live and it had me on the edge of my seat. I actually had shit to do that day and I couldn't get anything done because I couldn't pull myself away from the computer.
Couldn't pull himself
Bill
away.
Schultz was going through money problems.
So there, and he goes on. Look how this
12
is
full minutes.
12 minutes
love.
of just remembering and having a great time. You can see this clip yourself if you go to Clip Virgin And look for the video called Gavin McInnes Now Owns the Redbar Shows from Compound Media. Redbar Prank Calls Joe Matarese's Agent.
Is that true? Are our Compound Media episodes going to be on?
That's what they say. They're on there right now.
No.
They're on Yes, of course.
Let's sue.
Well, I don't know if we have a case, and I would never sue.
You can
for
say,
that.
look at this guy's Twitter. We can't be associated with him. He's ruining my brand.
Okay, I want to take a quick break. I gotta go bad, but I've got something, a classic thing that I wanted to play. Oh, it's not there now. That's interesting. Huh.
Here, I'll find it for you on YouTube.
No, I've got it. Give me a second. This is our break music here. I'm just going to type it in correctly. Go to videos. Huh. No, I'm not seeing it on YouTube either. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to break. I have to make.
There's like a fetish for guys whose assholes are wrecked. Once your asshole's blown up, it's blown up.
I have to make.
It's kind of hard to take.
We'll be right back. I have to make.
It's kind of hard to take.
Play something after that.
I've already tried to make. I put my dick away. I put my dick away and was like,
I have to make.
Yeah, sorry.